Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl Bruca.
And Big Boy Summer here. Solo Leveling, episodes 5 and 6. The system clearly needs Gino to be alive and is setting him quests daily and giving him really random things, like for example the umbrella that he gave him for his sister to take to school, knowing full well it was going to rain somehow. Is the system omniscient? Does it know everything? On top of that as well, you've also got the fact that when Jinwoo was in danger, the system gave him a quest to get him out of it and kind of push him towards the mindset necessary for him to get stronger. Because let's be honest, since episode 1, he's gradually getting more confident and more confident. That is in direct response to the system.
So Jinwoo actually says that the system is trying to make him kill people. He relies on the system and the system relies on him. But is the system really forcing him to kill people the way he's saying, or is the system just realistic? I mean, 6 people have just said they want you dead. They're gearing up. They're taking out their weapons. They're throwing gang signs. So the system is just saying, like, if you don't do this quest, which is to defeat them, your heart will stop. Well, yeah, of course it will, because they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, but then the system don't have to give you a reward for doing it, does it? If you're talking about being realistic, if you're in that situation, like you personally, are you gonna expect a reward for trying to get yourself out of it? No.
Well, I think in this instance, hell yeah, I'm expecting the system to give me something. Because the system works on when you're killing things, you get rewarded. That's how it has worked. The system didn't say monsters only. The system didn't say anything. So it stands to reason if something comes up, like what I said in the last episode where I said that I think the system is actually kind of working with him. He put all of his stats on strength at the time, so therefore he got items that worked well with strength. So something just happened. 6 people want to kill you. The system has not said kill 6 random people ever. The system hasn't been doing that. It's just been saying get some gains. That's all it's been saying, like, get your stamina up, start exercising, and act like you want to live. And now it said, oh my god, 6 people are attacking you, get buck.
Finish them all. Look, the system didn't say incapacitate though, did it? It said murder these people.
Because it's a realist. It's a realist, okay? If he incapacitated these people, what would have happened? He would have incapacitated them and said, oh, I'm going to let you go. You think that those 6 people are going to be like, oh, okay, you win this round? No, because life doesn't work like that. The system is a realist, and I'm on the system's side.
Every episode, Jinwoo gains some enlightenment, he gets stronger, gets more confident, and he gets a better understanding about what kind of game he's playing. Because, let's be honest, life is a game. And so, him being in this situation and having to kill people, for the first time, by the way, he'd never murdered anyone before. He can barely kill goblins. Like, do you know what I mean? So at this moment in time, he's gotten to the point where, okay, this is actually life or death. And let's be fair, this whole system came about in a life or death sort of situation. So the fact that he's going, yeah, I've had to kill them, I'm going to kill them, damn, I'm killing them, I've just killed someone. Like, going through those stages with him in the anime, I think was a stroke of genius. And it really puts you in the mindset of the actual character growth in real time of what's going on there.
Yeah, I feel like he was going back and forth, basically trying to give up his autonomy a little bit by saying, oh, the system is saying that I've got to do this, because like you said, it's the first time he's had to be in this type of situation, and he knew, as well as everybody knew, that there was no way that he was going to leave this dungeon alive if he didn't kill these guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was his only option. So he's trying to talk to himself, tell himself, like, okay, the system is saying I have to do this. And then he even said, well, even if the system is saying that, at the end of the day, I'm still the one that's doing all this stuff. Kill them.
Yeah.
Kill them. These people are serial killers anyway. Like, if you're really thinking about it, they're literal serial killers. They find people that they deem to be weak, add them to their party, and murder them. Like, okay, I understand why they're doing it. They want to get more of the rewards and that kind of thing. But the fact of the matter is they're only adding 1 to 2 people to their party at a time. So the amount that they're actually gaining is really negligible. It's not that much in terms of everything. And also, because of the way they did this whole dungeon run, they weren't even going to get that many of the mana crystals anyway. They were still trying to kill before they were trying to mine, knowing that the dungeon was going to start to close itself down. So these guys are serial killers, but they're also dumb serial killers that don't really understand the reason why they're even doing this, the gains that they're going to get, and they're putting killing over profits. They're not even like effective serial killers.
I mean, yeah, you could have got everyone to mine for a bit, get some of the crystals out, and then kill the last two. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
They didn't have to seal it beforehand. They didn't have to be doing it like that. But whatever, I guess if it worked for them this far, they thought it was going to be all well and good. But to me, the party was stupid, because when they left the cave, that's when they were looking up Jinwoo.
Yeah.
That's when you're looking people up. So you saw that he had a lot of stuff on him. He was rich, meaning that whoever is backing him probably has the means to deal with you, even if no foul play can be proven. His peoples have the means to have you ended, and you're not going to look him up.
Yeah, how did you not look up the two that you brought in the first place?
It's just dumb. They're dumb criminals. So the system was right when it said take these people out. Do everyone a favor.
Yeah, both sides, the criminal side and the good guys side.
Right. They're just a waste of everything.
Guys, I know you're enjoying this episode, but I know a lot of you aren't actually subscribed. So all you gotta do is just press the subscribe button. It's right there. Don't forget to ding that bell.
We've seen, 2 investigations so far? So in episode 1/2, where John Chill came around saying, yo, you were found unconscious in the dungeon, your leg and arm has magically come back to life, and you have less mana than you started with in the first place. We don't know what's happening. We'll get back to that. No, let's monitor him. Let's take him to a facility. Let's find out how he regrew nothing. None of that stuff. Just, yeah, we'll get back to it. And then now the second investigation we've come across is someone from the Guild Association has come down because there's been deaths in the dungeon, and they took the words of the 2 guys that were left alive, saying, must have been the C ranker who killed the boss, and then the E ranker ran and hid. What investigation was there? How do you come to that conclusion? You already know how exponential going from level to level is, because even Jinwoo said while he was fighting the spider how the difference between the D rank monsters he's faced and now this E rank monster, the difference was huge, and he had a tougher time trying to break the skull of this one. So if it's true for monsters, surely it's true for hunters, right? You should know that a C ranker who's just started fighting and an E ranker has absolutely zero chance. Again, you missed the ball here, Guild Association. Conway Cole, what are you running here? A kangaroo court?
The thing is, you said she took the word of them, the 2 of them, but she didn't, because we didn't hear them saying anything. She looked at them, came up to her own conclusions, and then just decided what must have happened. And on top of that, why does she have a pen and paper? Now, we already know this is a modern world. Yes, we know everyone's running around in armor and they have swords, but this is a modern world. You can just see it as today's world. The reason they're using that type of equipment is because the monsters cannot be killed with modern day weapons and technology. So they do have the technology. She should have had an iPad or some kind of tablet, and Jinwoo's name should have been flagged. Because now this is the second time in a row where he's been to a dungeon and people much higher than him have ended up dead, and he came out basically unscathed. No scratch, nothing on him whatsoever. Their investigations are full of complete incompetence, and I can actually understand how people can walk into a dungeon and be killed and no one notice. Because what I was actually thinking is, we know that under certain circumstances, there's enough time for people to go inside of the dungeons and have a look around, gather any injured people or dead bodies or whatever else that they need to do. They have enough time to do that on occasion. However, they never seem to know when people are doing foul play. You're telling me that this party constantly has a new person or 2 new people constantly? This is what they always do, and they have never been flagged or caught for any kind of foul play. They're just going to assume every single time that the person just died of natural causes. And as I was saying, they have a chance to go inside. So wouldn't they see the marks that the people are dying by? Like, they're dying by weapons, they're dying by magical powers and not monsters. They're not putting any of this together. They're not doing any kind of investigation of that sort. And okay, maybe the technology doesn't work too close to the dungeons. I'll give it that. Maybe you do have to work on paper and pen, but it needs to have some kind of transference and a flagging system. But I know for a fact they ain't doing that. They ain't doing that because their investigations suck.
Well, look at the irony. As soon as Jinwoo got involved, it was like, you're taking 2 new members all the time. No one that you've worked with wants to work with you again. Oh, I said some bad juju here, but he said that straight away.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight
Hire
away.
him.
And he's not even doing an investigation. That was just a simple observation of someone who just got part of the team, the luggage carrier.
And on top of that, I'm not sure if I've said this before, but there must be some way that these lower ranked people can do normal jobs in the society, such as be a part of the investigation team. If they're not strong enough to go inside of the dungeons, they're still useful. So why doesn't there seem to be any kind of space for these types of people? And on top of that, most people seem to be low ranked. There doesn't seem to be very many high ranked. They said there's 7 high ranked people in Japan.
Yeah, the S ranks.
So most people seem to be like an E or a D rank hero.
And if you're C or B, you're in those top hunter groups and whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So surely there's other things that they can make use of these people for instead of risking their lives when they're not equipped for a dungeon.
Yeah, he should be able to get a nice cushy job doing something. Because he's an enhanced human, right? So he's got enhanced intellect, enhanced strength, enhanced this and that. Go into construction, my guy. You know what? You're making sense, fam. You're making sense. We get a very clear image and, I guess, great world building here by the way that Jinwoo is interacting with this whole time. He's always seen as something. He's always surprising someone when he does something out of the ordinary. People are looking at him different. Like, I'll just take one aspect. His looks. His looks went from average to, okay, this guy's got body, like, you get what I mean? No, like, you know, I'm not that way persuaded, but all the nurses were. Do you know what I mean? His sister's looking at him, he's getting taller, he's getting more muscles. Everyone's looking at him like they've seen 2 heads because they're not expecting it. And I found it funny how one of the nurses was like, can he just grow muscles like that? Is that even possible? Bob, you're the health professional. If anyone's supposed to know, it's you. So why, again, back to what Ruka said earlier, why has that not been flagged up? Why haven't they come back with another mana crystal just to double check that their mana crystal wasn't broken in the first place? I'm just saying, like, it's just weird to me, innit? And his insurance is the one paying for it, like the Guild Association insurance is paying for his hospital care. Surely they can get the records. Yeah, Ruka, you're right. There's a bag of incompetence in this place, you know. A bag of it.
I would say perception plays such a massive part in this whole thing. It kind of seems like even the party picked these 2 based off of what they looked like. They thought they could just kill Jinwoo really easily. He had no armor or anything, and also he's known as being the weakest. They just thought he was going to be nothing, and immediately they thought Jinho would be able to do more than he could because he has expensive equipment. Even at the end when the investigation was taking place, she just looked at them and said, okay, you've got new equipment, you must have killed the monster on your own, and you have no weaponry or gear, so you must have just hid the whole time, and you just managed to escape by being pathetic.
Investigation done.
Exactly. So it's so important in this world what you look like, just straight from the beginning, and that's going to play a massive part in how people treat you. I mean, I'm not really saying anything deep. This is the way of the world. Everybody judges people based on what they look like. But it's just interesting how crazy it can be in this world. I mean, that party, losing all those people, they probably just looked at them and said, oh, you know what? They have loads of tanks, they were probably holding off the monster, and they didn't have a healer, oops. And they just don't even bother to look any deeper than that.
Yeah, that same woman with the glasses came around and was like, yeah, you lot got bear tanks and damage dealers. This is what happened. Investigation done.
Rating.
So I'll give these 2 episodes a combined 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. It was good. The only issue I had was the fact that, you know, they did the whole anime thing where they stopped the episodes right when it's about to get good, right in between episodes 4 and 5. So that's the only issue I had. I enjoyed both episodes watching it.
I'm going to give this episode an 8.5. Well, both episodes a combined 8.5 because the first half was kind of a dud.
Okay.
It wasn't like the first. It was like, nah, what happened?
Right.
However, I really liked seeing the darker side of Jinwoo. The way that he had the black smoke coming off of his body and the darker thoughts overtook him. Almost, it felt almost a little bit like a possession was taking place. He wasn't even really in his right mind. I loved all of that. Loved all of the fight scenes. The way that he took the party out was A1. Loved it so much.
First of all, thank you so much for watching our episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, it's Bomb Anime Insta. Peace.